It's really important that you keep all your quizzes. That's the best way to make sure that you have what you need to study for tests and midterms. So I got my quiz back. I got a 5 out of 6, which means that I did lose a point. And so I'm going to turn to page 5. Quiz 1.0 goes on page 5. And this is what we're always going to do with quizzes when we get them back. We're going to turn to the right page. You're going to take your quiz, and the quiz itself is going to go on the left side. So I'm just going to take one piece of tape, and I'm going to tape this down. Zoom out, let's see. I'm going to tape it down to the left side. Okay. Now, the typical thing is that you're going to do corrections on the right side, and so if you get a perfect score right, you wouldn't need to do the corrections. Sometimes we'll talk about common mistakes. In the case of this quiz is kind of unique, which is that it wouldn't make sense for me to have you recopy this can on the right side of the page and do the corrections. Normally I'll have you leave your quiz as it is and do the corrections on the right side. That way you can see what mistakes you make and do the corrections here. In this case, if you got a perfect score, you're done. If you didn't get a perfect score, what you're going to do right now is the marks are going to stay, right? So I know that I got a +3 here. I know that I lost a point here because the can-cans are supposed to be 3 points each. And so I would just erase this one, and I would redo it. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo this can-can. And the reason is, when I'm ready to come and retake it, I'm going to have to show Miss Broderick that I redid this and that I'm prepared to take the quiz again, and then I've actually reviewed my mistakes and gotten help if necessary. So you're going to redo it right now. It's okay to get help. So this is the part where if you are still confused, you should raise your hand and you should get help redoing it so that when you come in to retake the quiz, you can do better on it. And just a final recommendation that once you make the corrections, and I'm not going to do the corrections right here because I want you to have a chance to do it yourself if you lost points in this one, but once you make the corrections, you can just write yourself a little note like corrections made. And you can even use the colored pen from your box, right? And you can do the same once you finish corrections on any quiz. That way you know, oh, I already did this. You're not going to go back and redo it and not remember that you did it.